Joining us now, Democratic Congresswoman of California, Zoe Lofgren, a member of the House Judiciary Committee. It's always good to see you, Congresswoman, and I wonder if you're hearing anything from your Republican colleagues about this.
Not yet. The idea that the president would steal $230 million from the taxpayers just confirms that this is the most corrupt administration in American history. I mean, he took a bribe from a foreign country in the form of a jet plane. These are baseless claims. The courts have already ruled on them. It's, not a surprise. The guy is a real trashy, tacky guy who is a greedhead and who's corrupt. He's a felon.
You served in Congress for 30 years, though, and even before that, you were a congressional staffer. So you've seen a few things across more than a few administrations. Nothing like this before?
He makes Nixon look good, and that's not so easy. He's the most corrupt president in American history. Nothing rivals him. I love hearing Norm Eisen and others think that the rule of law will prevail. I like to think that's the case. Lawsuits will be filed. But he's shown that he has no regard for the law or the Constitution. And my Republican colleagues are missing in action. There is no pushback against this corruption. I mean, they're going to give $40 billion of taxpayer money to Argentina. Meanwhile, we've got people in America about to see their health premiums double or triple. So, he's not looking out for the American people. He's looking out for himself and his cronies and his billionaire friends.
Well, let's talk about a couple of different places where the rule of law could prevail then, Congresswoman. Do you think that, and again, even though the president said it's my decision, we know, at least according to what the rules are, Pam Bondi or Todd Blanche would have to sign off on it. Do you see them standing up to Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, they were his lawyers. When I was an impeachment manager in the first impeachment, Pam Bondi was there, on his side there on the Senate floor during the trial. Blanche was his personal attorney. So they are not disinterested people. As Norm pointed out, they're required to recuse themselves. They won't. Or if they do, some underling will agree to this, basically a shakedown, because there is no valid claim. It's just a way to drain some money from the taxpayers once again. This is a pattern of corruption that this president has. And the only way for the American people to get control of this is to seize control from the Republicans in elections. We've got an opportunity here in the next midterm election. And we also have an opportunity here in California on November 4th to pass Proposition 50 to make sure that we have a level playing ground in the midterms next year.
But ahead of that, and I ask this in the context of you were once chair of the Ethics Committee, but that only sets the standards, for Congress. So given that reality, is there anything that members of Congress can do about this right now?
Likely not. I mean, the Republicans could do something. They're in the majority. We are a couple of votes shy, and the Republicans will allow President Trump to gut the Treasury, to drain the Treasury for his benefit. They are unwilling to stand up to him. And I personally know and like many of my Republican colleagues. I know many of them don't like what they're seeing, but they're afraid to stand up. It's really pathetic.
I also want to ask you about the pardoned January 6th rioter who is now accused of threatening to kill leader Jeffries. I want to play what Jeffries actually said about that just yesterday.
I think the reckless and irresponsible pardons of hundreds of violent felons on January 6th has consequences. The consequences are, we've seen crimes committed by people who Donald Trump pardoned on the first day he was sworn into office, by folks who have been released back into society all across the country, some of them violent crimes.
In this moment, Congresswoman, how concerned are you for your own safety as a January 6th committee member and the safety of your staff?
Well, I never discuss my personal safety publicly. It doesn't do anything to enhance personal safety. But let me just say this. When Trump pardoned those violent felons, I mean, they attacked our police officers. They did grave injury to them. And it was an insult, not only to the Capitol Police, but to every law enforcement officer in the United States. It's not a surprise that many of those violent felons have gone on, now that they've been pardoned, to commit other crimes. But the president who pardoned him was a criminal himself. So this is a criminal enterprise, the Trump administration, and from trying to shake down the taxpayers for an invalid claim, to taking bribes from foreign countries, to pardoning criminals, including my former colleague from New York who stole money from people. This is a very serious criminal enterprise, and I'm hoping that voters will take notice and take power away from Republicans who are unwilling to stand up to this.
Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, thank you.